Hi, I'm Patricia Vance, Coordinator for Safety and Training in the Office of Transportation Services. Every day across Prince William County, students board the bus with the expectation that they will have a safe ride to school. Our goal is to make sure that this happens, but we need your help. The purpose of this video is to ensure that students and parents are aware of the rules and procedures that have been put into place to keep all students safe. Regulation 433-1 lists these rules. In the Office of Transportation Services, Safety First is not just our slogan, it is our mission. Whenever we talk about school bus safety, we refer to it as the Safety Triad. This triad consists of transportation professionals, school administrators, and parents working together as a team to ensure that students arrive at school and return to their homes safely. Parents ensure that students get to and from their bus stop. School bus drivers and other transportation services staff must fairly and firmly enforce safety procedures on the bus and at the bus stop. They are assisted by transportation liaisons at each school.
Each Prince William County Public School has appointed a person to serve as a liaison to work collaboratively with the Office of Transportation to ensure and support the safe arrival and departure of students. School bus drivers must resolve safety issues on the bus, but if they are not able to resolve these conflicts, then they must report those infractions and offenders to school administrators. School administrators must act promptly to investigate and adjudicate referrals submitted by bus drivers. Some of the most frequent infractions range from running late to the bus stop, standing while the bus is in motion, fighting, using profanity, and throwing items out of the window. All of these actions can and do cause the driver to take their attention away from driving the bus. Our hope is that by pointing out the proper way to proceed to the bus stop, wait for the bus, board the bus, ride the bus, and exit the bus, we can get everyone on the same page. By working together, everyone will have a safe, organized, and comfortable ride to school. Bus service is a privilege. The state of Virginia requires schools to offer transportation, but it is not a guarantee unless students abide by the bus rules. The drivers are hired to operate the school bus. They must pass several demanding tests to become a school bus driver. Their first priority is transporting students to and from school safely. Each driver has a roster of students for their assigned route. It is extremely important that all students ride the bus that they have been assigned to. Any changes need to be submitted in writing to the front office of the student's school for approval. As students board the bus, they should be polite and address their bus driver with the same courtesy that they give to their teachers and other school staff. Student-driver relationships are extremely valuable for safety reasons. Drivers are required to report any unusual habits or unsafe actions. Now let's go back to Patricia, who will go over some of the bus riding rules.
Let's talk about the morning preparation. Students should arrive at the bus stop at least 5 minutes and no more than 10 minutes prior to the scheduled pickup time in order to avoid rushing or running to catch the school bus. While you are waiting for the bus, there should be no horseplay or destruction of property. Stand at least 10 feet away from the roadway so that you do not accidentally fall off the curb or step in front of an oncoming vehicle. Never run toward the bus as it approaches your stop. If you do, the driver will come to a stop and instruct you to go back to the designated waiting area so that they can safely approach the bus stop. Board the bus in a single file line. Do not push, shove, or cut in line. If you drop something, make sure the driver is aware. Never run after it or stoop down to pick it up without notifying the driver first. Beware of the danger zone, which is 10 feet of area around the school bus. School buses are compartmentalized for safe transportation. Students should begin taking seats in the middle of the bus and load toward the front. They should not go to the rear of the bus unless all of the front seats are occupied. Kindergartners will always be seated at the front of the bus. Students should promptly find a seat and share seats equally. They should sit facing the front and not hang around the seat to talk to the person in front of or behind them. For comfort and safety, students should sit with their bottom completely on the seat. Do not put feet or items in the aisle. Classroom voices should be used when talking to others on the bus. No yelling. When the bus arrives at the school, students should not stand until the bus comes to a complete stop. Front passengers exit first. Students should exit in an orderly manner. No pushing, shoving, or squeezing in front of other students. Now let's talk about the ride home. Promptly board the bus in a single file line. Do not stand and talk to your friends until you think the buses are about to leave the school. Again, students should begin taking seats in the middle of the bus and load toward the front. They should not go to the rear of the bus unless all of the front seats are occupied. And again, kindergartners sit at the front of the bus. Students should be seated facing the front. Do not hang around the seat to talk to the student in front or behind you. For comfort and safety, sit with your bottom completely on the seat. Do not put your feet or items in the aisle. Use your classroom voice when talking with others on the bus. No yelling. Once you've boarded the bus, you will not be allowed to get off until you reach your designated bus stop. When the drivers have been given the sign to leave the school and the buses have started moving, for safety reasons, the drivers cannot stop to pick up late students. When the bus arrives at your designated stop, do not stand until the bus comes to a complete stop. After exiting the bus in an orderly manner, move away from the bus and onto the curb or grassy area at least 10 feet away from the bus. If you are required to cross in front of the bus, wait for the driver to signal that it's safe to cross. Then proceed while continuing to watch for oncoming traffic. Students are not permitted to ride a bus that they are not assigned to unless written permission from the parent or guardian is approved and signed by the school designee. This written permission must be presented to the driver when the student boards the bus. Only authorized individuals will be permitted to accept kindergarten students at the bus stop. If an authorized person is not there, the kindergartner will be returned to the school. School buses are the safest mode of transportation. School bus drivers are trained professionals prepared to accept the responsibilities of this very challenging career. The goal of the Office of Transportation Services staff is to ensure the safe and efficient transportation of all students who ride the school bus. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Transportation Liaison at your student's school.